A New York Times article indicated that Saint Lucia has been placed on a draft list of nations categorized as yellow, which includes 22 countries that have 60 days to address perceived deficiencies or risk facing travel limitations. Government leader Philip J. Pierre addressed the matter at the pre-cabinet press briefing on Monday morning.
We've got no official notification as yet. We've made inquiries for our Washington office, and then they also have said to us that they have nothing official, so only what we have to go by is an article on a newspaper.
The Prime Minister noted that Saint Lucia is actively seeking clarification from the United States regarding reports of potential travel restrictions. The U.S. State Department developed the list several weeks ago, but it may change before reaching the White House.
We must tread with caution in that regard. We must tread with caution. And this is why we have been deliberate in our statements. We are saying that we want dialogue. We want to continue dialogue with the U.S., and dialogue will continue, but we reserve the right to establish friendships with countries that we want to establish friendship with. That's our position. So we're not going to be reckless and make statements that we will not be able to substantiate. But I can tell you, we are very concerned about the Cuban issue. And secondly, we have not got any official notification on the issue regarding Saint Lucia on the yellow list.
Saint Lucia is not alone. St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua and Barbuda, and Dominica are also included in the yellow category and are seeking clarification from the U.S. The New York Times suggested that issues leading to the categorization could include inadequate security practices for issuing passports or insufficient information sharing on travelers.
I do not want to engage in any kind of speculation or even give you opinions. You know, those issues are flammable. And when you light the match of opinion near those flammable issues, you know, it could be quite dangerous. And so I think we have to wait to see whether this is true, what exact concerns are expressed, and we are going to respond in a responsible fashion.
Meanwhile, the U.S. stands to harden sanctions targeting Cuba's global medical mission remains a sore point for many Caribbean nations, with several leaders declaring their willingness to give up their rights to visas to retain the expertise of the Cuban medical missions. Saint Lucia's Minister for Foreign Affairs remained diplomatic as he navigated the issue, noting Saint Lucia's openness to continue dialogue with the U.S. on the matter.
The United States was concerned that there was forced labor, etc., and that we probably was asking about our international commitments. We responded to the U.S. indicating clearly that we are not in violation of any international obligations. And as you would know, the business of diplomacy is not conducted, you know, in public and engaging willy-nilly over things. But we dialogue all the time, and I think I told you that the last time. We are constantly engaging on a multiplicity of issues, and issues come up every single day. We dealt with the medical issue, we got a diplomatic note, and we responded to the diplomatic note, indicating what the situation is in St. Lucia. The U.S. was more or less seeking clarification as to what type of arrangements we had, and if those arrangements were offending against recognized international standards. But we are going to continue to subject the way we do things to new levels of critical examination.
As the situation develops, Caribbean nations are eager to clarify their standing and strengthen their relationship with the United States. A meeting of OECS leaders is scheduled for March 19th in St. Martin, where leaders are expected to discuss the ongoing policy shifts in the U.S. and their impacts on Caribbean nations.